I don't necessarily think this is a good trick.
Boy, you really have. Let me be clear about this. I don't think this guy's a very good lawyer.
Sean, when you practice law, do you look at your client and say, well, let me understand it. Let you understand this. I'm really not a good lawyer.
No, it's not.
I know. I'm messing with you.
I don't. It's not me. It's the trick. And
Let me tell you
That's his disclaimer.
Let me
I think
tell
it's
you
the
the
technical.
background about this trick because I think it might make it more important.
Need more, Richard?
What is it?
Gurlitz.
Girly. Has anyone heard of Girly? Or
Like,
seen of
is
it?
Gurlitz one there?
Gerlitz. Gurlitz.
So this is one of the tricks he put out that didn't go over. So maybe that's why I got so many of them.
Which is why Ken got a whole box of these things.
Why don't you put it in loaves of bread?
All right, so here's the way it's written is to be performed down here, you know, for a small group using 5 to 4 middle counts. Okay, so to work for all of you, I could have had to bring it up here. This isn't going to be the most elegant handling, but once upon a time.
Sean, turn around and do it backwards.
Yeah, well, there was a guy at FISM, however many times ago, who laid down, and there was a mirror set up, and everything was magnetized. It was kind of cool. Anyway, once upon a time, there was an old king, an aged king, who took a fancy to a young princess. These, of course, were the times of arranged marriages, so she was forced to marry the king, even though she truly loved a young knave named Jack. Well, Jack noticed that very often the king would have to go out around the countryside, out around the kingdom on business. He would be away for long periods of time. And so the queen, I'm making sure I'm doing this in a mirror, and I don't have a mirror anymore. So the queen and Jack started to grow closer. Well, the king returned. He noticed how close.
That's close.
He noticed how close. There we go. Jack and the queen were becoming. So he banished Jack from the kingdom forever. Well, yeah. Well, the queen was devastated, as you might imagine. She, of course, young, beautiful, king, old and aged. He continued to age. She stayed quite lovely until one day the king, and the handling for this and the instructions is awful, but one day the king died, leaving the queen alone, brokenhearted. But this is a fairy tale, so there has to be a happy ending. Because hearing of the king's demise, Jack rode back. This time, dropped it.
Do it again.
We'll try this again.
Do it right.
Jack returned. A knight. Yeah. And the knight and the queen lived happily ever after. Yeah. So there you go. There's the trick.
All right.
Oh, crap. Now where's the queen? Oh, the queen's there somewhere. Okay, there's the queen. So that's the trick.
Yeah, you were right.
That's the storyline that they offer, and like I said, it's a packet trick that just uses a 5 to 4 count. You could use any 5 to 4 count you want, biddle based, an Ascanio spread if you want to rearrange how they are, and then at some point you just need to do a reversal of some of the cards to reveal the broken hearts, and that's pretty much the trick. So.